don't just want the news, they want the truth. What others hide, I bring to you with evidence. Politics, corruption, human rights. No filters, no fear, just facts. I don't stop until the system shakes. This is Trending Daily and I'm Makhdoom Shahabuddin. In today's rapidly shifting geopolitical landscape, where conflicts are intensifying, alliances are being tested and diplomacy is becoming more complex, one country is quietly but decisively emerging as a center of dialogue, mediation, and strategic engagement. That country is Pakistan. Over the past few days, a series of critical developments has placed Islamabad at the very heart of global diplomacy. This is not speculation. This is not perception. This is a reality backed by events unfolding in real time. At the center of this momentum is Islamabad, which has hosted one of the most significant diplomatic gatherings in recent weeks. A high-level quadrilateral meeting brought together foreign ministers from Saudi Arabia, Türkiye, and Egypt, alongside Pakistan's own leadership. This was not a routine meeting. This was not symbolic diplomacy. This was strategic convergence. Four influential countries, each with its own weight in the Muslim world and beyond, chose Islamabad as the venue to discuss one of the most urgent priorities of our time: de-escalation of the tensions in Middle East and the possibility of a coordinated roadmap towards peace. And that choice matters, because in diplomacy, where you meet is just as important as what you discuss. Venue reflects trust, venue reflects neutrality, venue reflects comfort. And today, that venue is Pakistan. According to diplomatic sources, the discussions held in Islamabad were structured, serious, and solution-oriented. These were not general statements for media consumption. These were closed-door conversations focused on mechanisms, real, actionable mechanisms for reducing tensions, managing crises, and opening pathways towards dialogue. This marks a clear shift. For years, Pakistan has been seen largely through a regional security lens. But now the narrative is changing. Islamabad is no longer just reacting to global developments, it is shaping them. And this transformation is becoming more evident with another major development. Reports now confirm that both the United States and Iran have expressed confidence in Pakistan as a potential venue for future peace talks. Let's pause here for a moment. The United States and Iran are not just two countries with differences. They represent one of the most complex, prolonged, and high-stakes rivalries in modern international relations. Decades of mistrust, sanctions, proxy conflicts, and political confrontation define their relationship. And yet, both sides are looking at Pakistan as a possible platform for engagement. This is not ordinary. This is extraordinary. Pakistan has responded with clarity and confidence. Officials have stated that Islamabad would be honored to host and facilitate meaningful dialogue between Washington and Tehran. The objective is not just to host talks, but to create conditions for a sustainable and lasting resolution. This is where Pakistan's unique positioning comes into play. Unlike many countries that are aligned clearly with one bloc or another, Pakistan operates across multiple diplomatic spaces simultaneously. It maintains strong ties with Gulf countries, it has working relations with Iran, it engages with Western powers, and importantly, it does so without being perceived as a direct threat by any of these sides. This is strategic balance. This is diplomatic leverage. And this is exactly what makes Pakistan relevant in today's fragmented global environment. Analysts are already calling this a defining moment for Pakistan's foreign policy. Because at a time when global divisions are deepening, when East and West are increasingly polarized, when regional conflicts are intensifying, Pakistan is being seen as a neutral, credible, and capable facilitator. The quadrilateral meeting reinforces this image. The presence of Saudi Arabia, Türkiye, and Egypt in Islamabad is not just about coordination, it is about confidence. It reflects a shared belief that Pakistan can bring different actors to the same table, even when their interests do not fully align. This level of trust is not built overnight. It is the result of consistent diplomatic engagement, careful relationship management, and a long-term strategy of maintaining communication channels with multiple sides, even when those sides are in conflict with each other. Pakistan's growing diplomatic role is not accidental. It is driven by several key factors. First, geography. Pakistan sits at a crossroads, connecting South Asia and Middle East and Central Asia. This geographic positioning makes it a natural bridge between regions that are often politically and strategically disconnected. Second, relationships. Pakistan has managed to maintain working ties with countries that are themselves in opposition. Whether it is engagement with Iran alongside cooperation with Gulf states or maintaining communication with Western powers while navigating regional complexities, this balance creates diplomatic space. Third, positioning. Pakistan has increasingly presented itself as a country that supports dialogue over confrontation. In a world where escalation is often the default response, this approach stands out. And this is why Islamabad is becoming an attractive venue for behind-the-scenes diplomacy. There are already indications that Pakistan is being used as a communication channel between rival powers. Reports suggest that messages between the United States and Iran have been relayed through diplomatic pathways involving Islamabad. At the same time, regional powers like Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Egypt are aligning themselves with Pakistan's initiative for structured engagement. This convergence is rare. In modern geopolitics, it is uncommon for multiple actors with different interests to agree on a single platform for dialogue. Yet that is what exactly we are seeing unfold. But let's be clear, this does not mean the challenges are gone. Far from it. The environment remains complex. Trust between major powers is fragile. Expectations are high, but so are the risks. Each country involved has its own strategic priorities, red lines, and conditions. Diplomacy at this level is not easy. It requires patience, it requires consistency, and above all, it requires credibility. And that is where Pakistan is currently gaining ground. The fact that multiple sides are willing to engage through Islamabad is itself a diplomatic achievement. It signals recognition, it signals acceptance, and most importantly, it signals relevance. For decades, Pakistan has often been discussed in the context of challenges, security issues, regional tensions, internal pressures. But what we are witnessing now is a shift in narrative. Pakistan is being seen not just as a country affected by global dynamics, but as a country capable of influencing them, a connector, a facilitator, a bridge. And in today's divided world, those roles are more valuable than ever. The broader implications of this shift are significant. If Pakistan successfully facilitates even partial progress, whether through regional coordination or broader US-Iran engagement, it could redefine its position on the global stage. It could move from being a regional player to becoming a key diplomatic hub. This is not just about prestige, this is about influence. Because in international relations, the ability to bring others to the table is one of the highest forms of power. And right now, Pakistan is demonstrating that ability. As we look ahead, the coming days and weeks will be very critical. Will these diplomatic efforts translate into concrete outcomes? Will the quadrilateral coordination lead to a broader regional framework? Will US-Iran engagement move beyond preliminary discussions? These questions remain open. But one thing is already clear. Pakistan is no longer on the sidelines of global diplomacy. It is in the room. It is at the table. And increasingly, it is helping set the table. In a world searching for stability, platforms for dialogue are rare. And today, one of those platforms is Islamabad. You are watching Trending Daily. This is your host, Makhdoom Shahabuddin. See you in the next episode.